But we'll see, man. Nobody likes to see that. It is definitely unfortunate because we've seen that injury. It was a nasty injury, and
For real,
I don't
yeah.
wish that upon anybody. But speaking of injuries, in the NFL, this is very ironic, and it was very bad timing on how this came out. Hours before that game, the NFL officially filed a grievance, according to the Washington Post, with the NFLPA, saying that the NFLPA has been advising running backs to potentially fake injuries in order to get more money. And yeah, so in order to get more money, that is a claim. To claim that that's what the NFLPA is doing, that's some serious allegations. And the NFL, you would assume, would have to have some type of proof, right? Now we know the Nick Chubb one, that is not that. We all seen that with our eyes.
Right.
Yeah, we all seen that with our eyes. Clearly, he was really injured in that one. But the first thing that comes to mind is Jonathan Taylor, right? Who's on the 4-week PUP list. He cannot come back. But once he comes back week 5, does he have incentive to play? He's unhappy with the team. He wanted to be traded.
Right.
The team refused to trade him. And now you're looking at a situation where he has to play. He has to show up in order to this season to count as a season, so he can become a free agent next year. But what stops you from, getting a hangnail, banging your toe, saying my elbow hurt, whatever the case is? You got dirt in your eye. Yeah. What stops you from saying I can't play? And
nothing stops you.
That's interesting. So do you think the NFL
nothing stops you, and especially,
do you think the NFL has a case?
Well, the problem with that, you can file a case, but how do you prove that though? Now, see, that's the thing. And really, they can come out there and fake an injury, or you can come out there and play bad as hell. That's an option too, right?
Yeah.
They gonna owe you the money as long as you active. They owe you the money, correct?
Yeah.
So I think the NFL, being paranoid and all that stuff, I get it. It could possibly happen. That's why if you treat them right, pay them, maybe you wouldn't have this problem. You don't see no quarterback faking the injury.
No need.
No top wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's what I think. I think that, it's definitely probable that somebody would do that.
Yeah.
But that's the risk. Either you're going to trade somebody before the season, because it can happen to any team. So, but I don't know, how do you prove that though?
I don't think you can. I mean, I think even if it's a wink and we know what's going on, like for example, going back to the NBA, when James Harden wanted out of Houston, he played, he showed up for every game. He was just fat, out of shape, and gave no effort. So he showed up, and what in there just says you can't play bad. There's nothing in any stipulation that says, hey, you're not allowed to play poorly, or you're not allowed to give your all. And in a physical game, see, that's NBA where it's a little bit different. A physical game like football, how do you know if somebody is truly hurt? You may have an idea that, okay, I think they're faking it, they're milking it, but that's a tough thing to police, like you said.
You know what, DLloyd, you know what it is? I think it's a bad case of paranoia for the NFL. It's just a bad case of it. If you think about it, how many players go on the PUP because they got to make room to bring up another position or whatnot, right?
Yeah.
They played a game themselves, creating fake injuries. So now they see it coming back to haunt them. And really, the only people they really talking about faking it is the running backs that they refuse to pay.
So we're right back to square one, which is, should the NFL pay the running back position? And that is so, I don't know how I explain this one, because that's such a tricky subject to me, because every position group kind of has its own market value, right? And every position isn't created equal. It sounds unfortunate, but I mean, that's just the reality of it. And a position like the running back position, which is an important position that kind of got devalued over the last 15 years with the running back by committee and the spread offenses, and receivers became the most popular, You know, it's not the 90s and the early 2000s where you just had Jerome Bettis and give him the ball 30 times and that's it.
Right.
We don't really have that besides like Derrick Henry, right? And Nick Chubb, coincidentally. We don't really have that. So how much do you pay a running back? Because we do know running backs age, they take the hits, and the way the CBA is, I think for like the next almost decade, right? You're slotted in with your contract. You're under contract for 4 years. Your first round pick, you have the 5th-year option. And unless they change anything, you do have the franchise tag in place, which I think the NFLPA just needs to get rid of that. Like that needs to be at the top of their discussions is how can we get rid of that instead of other stuff they've been arguing about. But can you blame the teams for not paying the running back? Because it's set up to.
I see your point. You saying that if you can go to the thrift shop and pick up a used RB,
are you going to give them full price?
And he give you half of what that $10 million player would do. Maybe you do that, right? But if you look at the league, what position that starts really pay somebody under $10 million?
Nothing. Running back, unless you're a fullback, and and I don't think they exist anymore.
So, yeah, I mean, you can get these little journeymen to go out there and run it back. If they don't want to pay them, then maybe, I'm not sure. I think it's ridiculous though. Like running backs is really important to a team.
Yeah.
But I guess if you don't value them, you just don't value them. I don't know. I don't know. DLloyd, I don't know.
My analogy is this. If I go to Target or Walmart and I see something on sale, I'm not going to walk up to the cashier and say, you know what? I'm going to give you the full price because I like this product. I'm going to say, hey, I got a bargain. It's on sale. And I'm taking it and I'm running out the window or out the door with it. Hopefully not the window. That'll be crazy. I'm running out the door with it because I just got the item on sale. That's why, you feel bad. Like when I say this, I don't mean I don't feel bad. Like I feel bad for the running backs. Trust me.
Right.
But I think the biggest lesson here is if you have a kid, tell them to go play.
Your sound went out. Your sound went out. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
All right. What about now? Are we good to go?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
You just went out on a tangent. And I know what you're saying. If you go to Walmart and you see something on sale, you're not going to go and say, hey, I feel like this is worth $20 more extra dollars. No, you're not going to do that.
Yeah.
But I did hear what you said too, though. But I guess it's just life changes, right? The sports changes. I guess now instead of kids wanting to say, hey, I'm the running back. No,
you're a receiver.
Linebacker, wide receiver.
Yep.
Or quarterback. Or hell, at this point, I'd rather be the lineman.
Linemen get paid.
I'd rather be them. You know what I'm saying?
Or
if
go
I
kick.
Overeat to get there,
go kick.
If I have to overeat, huh?
Yeah, go kick. Go be an elite field goal kicker.
Well, I don't know if I want to.
Justin Tucker gets paid. Justin Tucker gets paid.
Well, I know, but he's the best of the best. I mean, could you imagine coming in have a rough week and you got to go out there and kick a game-winning field goal? If you miss this damn thing, you out of there. Yeah, clean your locker out. You done.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't want that. I would agree with you. At this point, you redirect. If you see this where the future's going and that job market being a running back has went out of business, then you know what? Before I have my kid play running back, he'll be playing badminton. I mean, I might teach him how to play checkers or something.
Hey, go play soccer.
Running back would not be the spot.
The contracts that Saudi's been offering for soccer has been crazy.
Well, yeah, I can imagine how that would go.
But speaking of positions people do want to play, let's talk about Deshaun Watson. That also happened in that game because he played bad.